So one of my questions have been answered with this episode of Death Parade. So, apparently 2 people can be reincarnated. It is very possible. And this also probably explains the opposite. For instance, most likely 2 people can be sent to the void. So I like that. This episode pretty much was drastically different from the previous episodes of Death Parade. Like, the first 2 episodes had a very dark, atmosphere about it. With this episode of Death Parade, the mood was very calm. Like, just like, how Dakeem and female characters said in this episode, I love this type of atmosphere. It's very different from the normal atmosphere we usually get. And that's pretty much my thoughts of this episode. Like, the atmosphere of this episode was very calming. Like, it was a calm episode that just showcased these 2 people that have died, and even though they have died, they could still cope with their death, and they're just trying to have fun. Pretty much. And to see how these 2 people were really honest, like, they were really honest with each other. They didn't really even try to lie, they didn't try to start shit. And, I mean, also, I guess, if you add in the factor that the, bowling ball didn't actually cause their heart to hurt, then, yeah, it was a very calm episode, because, I mean, overall, both of the 2 people, the main male and the main female character that was the main focus of this episode, they were just straight up honest people. They were. And I'm glad they got reincarnated. I really am. I'm glad they got reincarnated and they got the actual justice they deserved. I'm glad they didn't get sent to, one to the void, one to, reincarnation, because that would have been kind of fucked up if I would have saw one of them go to the void, because both of them were really good people. This episode is really, really simple. The thing is, with the episode, is that at first glance, it looks like, this girl that moved away a long time ago, like this childhood friend a long time ago, moved away from our main male character of this episode. And he really loved this girl. And then one day when he was, in the freaking bowling alley, he was wanting to bowl and stuff, he had his, sights set on this hot girl. And he came to find out that this girl was actually his childhood friend, and he didn't realize it was his other childhood friend that he's actually always had. And this girl that's actually in the bowling alley, working in the bowling alley, she got facial reconstruction surgery to look like, this dude's childhood friend that moved away, so she could actually be loved by him. So I got some da-da-da-da vibes from that. I really got da-da-da-da vibes from this episode when I saw that. But anyways, the thing is the girl changed her face and got plastic surgery because she wanted to look more like that childhood friend that moved away, for the dude can love her. And in the very end, he accepted her for who she was, and he became aware that he loves her. So I like that. It is a really sweet episode. It was. And like I said, it's completely different from the previous episodes of Death Parade. I mean, it's a damn good episode. It does have that dark atmosphere, but I mean, some of these episodes really change up the monotony when it comes to the series, because they're straight up dark, and it was always with these constant death game type things, with 2 people being pitted against each other, it might get dull really fast. And so to see how Death Parade tried to change up the mood with this, nice relaxing atmosphere, it definitely makes me have a hope for the future of this series. Now, next week's episode, from what I saw from the preview, you see a dude that looks like he's very scared. It looks like he might be a NEET. He looks like a NEET. And so we might actually eventually see 2 people being sent to the void. I'm willing to bet we're going to see that very soon. We're going to get to see 2 people sent to the void, and they're both going to be really awful people, because we have to see that. We got to see a demonstration of that. Now, moving past that, there's also other theories and questions I need to talk about. One thing I've always wanted to know, is it possible? Is it straight up possible that someone might be able to kill Dakeem? Let's be real here. Let's say some really nasty person comes into Dakeem's, bar, Queen Dakeem, and he doesn't want to die because, his life is on the line. Couldn't he turn his anger onto the, bartender? I mean, he could try to kill Dakeem. I mean, Dakeem, of course, has the strings to, tie someone up with his creepy dolls and mannequins, pretty much, that I've discussed in my theory last week, but is it possible Dakeem might be able to get injured? That's a question I also need to know. But anyways, episode. Very simple. Very straight to the point. It really is. It's just really cut to the chase episode. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or nights wherever you live. Please be safe. And Chibi out.